And happy Wednesday. So for today's video, I wanted to do a devotional. I've been reading about different spiritual disciplines. And so today's spiritual discipline and devotional that I was reading is about solitude. So first, let me read you some scripture, and then I'll just tell you a little bit of what I am thinking about solitude and what it means to me. All right, so the scripture is Luke 6:12 through 13. One of those days, Jesus went out to a mountainside to pray and spent the night praying to God. When morning came, he called his disciples to him and chose 12 of them, whom he also designated as apostles. So in the gospel, you'll hear a lot of stories about Jesus going into solitude of some sort. Obviously not for long, but he would usually go up on the mountainside and pray, either by himself or maybe one or two friends. And a lot of times it was after a full day of ministry, maybe before a very large event. This was right before he called the disciples. And so solitude is not something that we normally talk about or do in our culture today. We are a culture of action, and we like to be doing things. So when we say solitude, we think, oh, I'm not doing anything, or I'm not actively being a part of something. And so solitude is hard for us. And then solitude is also not just getting away and being quiet and getting away from other people, because if that was the case, we would do it every night, right? Like when we would go to sleep. But solitude is actually active. Solitude is taking time to get away, to quiet the distractions, and to just talk to God and wrestle with your feelings. And this devotional is actually spiritual disciplines that were specifically for when you're in a confusing state. And I don't know about you all, but I feel like we might be living in a little bit of a confusing time. And so a lot of times during confusing times, we have a lot of different opinions. We have just a lot of distractions, whether it's through social media or through the news or TV or just people in general. We have all these different opinions. And so solitude is so important because it takes time for you to step away and to remember the most important person, the most important word, the most important opinion, and that's God's. And you can wrestle with your feelings and wrestle with what's going on and what you're confused about, and talk to him about that, so that when you come back out of solitude per se, you might have a better idea of your direction, of what to say and what to do. And hopefully it would be pointing back to God, because that is always our number one priority, is our actions and what we say and what we do points back to God. So I hope you guys got a little bit out of this. I challenge you guys to go back and look through the gospel and see other times that Jesus took time to be in solitude. So I hope you guys all have a great rest of your week, and I'll see you soon.